PT, how are you?
No. I am going to the game as a fan.
Oh,
that
wow.
means adult beverages. That means I'm wearing Flyers gear, all that stuff, you know.
Now,
I'm not working in any official capacity for any media outlet tonight. I am just Joe fan.
are you sitting right by the ice so you can bang on the glass? How are your seats tonight, PT?
No, I hate people that do that. Don't bang on the glass. What are you, at a TV zoo? Don't hit the glass. Banging on the glass, you're an idiot. Just watch the game. And, no, we're in a club box, thank you to my brother and sister-in-law. So, and they're power-loaded tickets with $40 on each ticket. So you can use that for merchandise or beverages.
Now, is it true that you're riding shotgun or you're driving the car right now? Who is with you in the car right now, PT?
We are riding something that is known as Air Coats. It is a special airline. The pilot is from Canada, and he also happens to be the color analyst for the Philadelphia Flyers radio network. And you can hear him with Tim Saunders tonight on your air, I believe. There's no Sixers game, right?
It's going to be on WPG Talk Radio 1450.
1450. Okay, so you got to do your homework so you can tee me up for this stuff.
Now, Air Coats, is that more expensive than Uber coats, would you say, PT?
This is the best airline out there. It's efficient, it moves well, and the stories, I mean, the stewardess isn't much to look at, but, you know, it really, really is an enjoyable way to go. And the way the Flyers have been, yes, they've been okay lately, but even if they lose, and it's an awful game, and sometimes when they lose, the plane ride home is really enjoyable. So you're hedging your bets. You know, we live in a gambling town. Whether the Flyers win, we've already won because we rode up in style, we rode back in style, we got a great pilot, so it's great.
Well, how about Jake Voracek, PT? Talk about him for a second. I mean, this guy was in top 5 in points last year. He was an all-star. He signs that big-time deal in the summer, but really got off to a slow start. Some people were starting to worry about Voracek, but then he plays in that Hurricanes game. He's gotten benched. Yeah, they've sworn him. How about Voracek, his start to the season, but maybe he busted his slump the other night?
Gosh, we hope so. I mean, things like if you're Dave Haxtell, he was really out of options. You know, I mean, what do you do to light a fire under a guy's butt that isn't producing but should? And, you know, so you move him to a position that he really hasn't played much or maybe ever, right? And, you know, he's on a line with Sean Couturier and Wayne Simmons, and Jakob had a great night the other night. Hopefully that continues tonight. 4 games, I think, he played at left wing in his lifetime. But unlike some other reports that I had heard the other night on the television. But anyhow, 4 games he played at left wing, and let's keep it going. You know, if he had 3 points the other night, let's have a 4-point night tonight. He's on the ticket, PG, the very expensive season ticket that my brother and sister-in-law gave me. So maybe that's the good luck charm. Like if you're on the ticket, get a hat trick.
Well, he should be, PT. They're paying him about $86 million, so he better be on the damn ticket.
Is that it?
And he better,
$86 million?
or I don't know what his contract is, but he better, $66 million, I'm sorry. But he better be on the ticket, and he better start putting the puck in the net. But how about a guy who is putting the puck in the net, especially in overtime, is Ghost. How about his performance so far? Shane Gostisbehere, PT.
I mean, listen, I covered the Frozen Four when I still had a TV station to work for, on a regular basis for NBC 40, and he was special in that. And I can remember I met the kid. He's not that tall. He's shorter than me, maybe 5'10", 5'9", you know, but he's just special, and he makes moves that, quite frankly, you don't often see at the NHL level. So for me, it's exciting. It's a breath of fresh air. It gets the fan base fired up. The thing that somebody in the know, you know, it's not the pilot, but somebody else that I spoke to,
Captain Coates,
covers the game of hockey. Yeah, it's not Captain Coates, but somebody else said to me, really, if you ask about Shane Gostisbehere, the question you need to ask is, can you live with his mistakes? And I think the answer is a resounding yes, because yes, he's a rookie, and yes, he's going to make some mistakes. And when you're an offensive-minded guy, you're going to be out of position sometimes. But guess what? He's also a guy that provides overtime winners and finishers, and you know, you see how much more comfortable Claude Giroux is when he has Shane Gostisbehere to pass to on the power play. So, yeah, put him out there and find a way to keep him around when Mark Streit comes back.
Hey, PT, it's Scott Grayson. Just wanted to ask you about Steve Mason. Clearly, he's a guy who's had a really weird season. He's going to be starting tonight. He's making his return in net after getting benched and pulled 4 games ago. What's your sense of him, and is he about ready to maybe turn this thing on and turn it around?
My sense is, which Mace are you going to get? And you're absolutely. I mean, you've got a guy who got a nice deal, and he's obviously been, as the Flyers say again and again, he's our franchise guy. He's our backstop, right? Well, when Ray Emery was the other guy, you had no problem marching Mace out there time and time again. But Neuvert flat out stops the puck, and so at some point, I guess the laws of hockey say you have to give your guy a break. We all thought, well, we people that watch game in and game out and eat, breathe, sleep, drink hockey, thought that Mason would have started in St. Louis, and he didn't, and Neuvert played a great game out there. So tonight's his night. Step up. Let's see if he can get it done. And you know what? The Western Conference is no joke. This team they're playing tonight is not the Carolina Hurricanes. This team is not a bad, like, you know, an Islanders has-been or some Devils mistake. The Canucks are going to bring it, and I hope Mason's ready.
A Thursday with Thompson, Pete Thompson, SNJ today. Christmas is right around the corner, PT, but we also have some basketball, high school basketball beginning really this week. It really tips off this week with the Ocean City tournament. A lot of teams highly ranked this season. St. Augustine's up there. Timber Creek obviously is up there. Atlantic City is always up there. How about your early outlook for the boys basketball season this year?
Well, you mentioned him, and I'll go with him because, quite frankly, you know, PREP, prep. You know what I mean? St. Augustine is looking real strong in Mike Frankel's preview piece, which you can catch on SNJtoday.com. And Paul Rodeo, once again, has the pieces. And you know what? Saeed Nelson is a senior now, which, I mean, you feel like you've been covering a kid for 20 years, right? I mean, but he's finally a senior, and he's got a big guy underneath to finish. And so I watched a story that Mike did the other night on SNJ Today News, and all it was like Michael Carter-Williams to Nerlens Noel. Like, you know, Saeed threw the ball up, and the other kid, I don't even know his name yet, but whoever the other kid was, and he just threw it down. I kept thinking, boy, does Paul Rodeo really want to actually run set plays, or is this going to be their offense? But, hey, whatever it is, it looks like the prep's going to be tough to beat.
All right, PT, so you're heading up to the Flyers game. Now, afterwards, your itinerary should be Flyers game and then midnight showing of Star Wars, right?
Yes. Well, does that make me Jabba the Hutt and Coates's Luke Skywalker? I mean, who are the characters? Mikey, you know, my faithful assistant Mikey is in the car with me.
Han Solo.
Right? And then Coates's faithful assistant Rick is in the car as well. So, you know, we each have, like, stormtroopers. And, you know, I'm not saying that Coates and I are Jedi, but, no, we're not going to the GD Star Wars movie. And don't spoil it for me. I will see it at some point. But we will have good post-game plans. I'm not revealing them, but you probably can guess.
Who is your favorite Star Wars character? Is it Han Solo?
Are you kidding me? Princess Leia in the gold bikini when she was chained to Jabba the Hutt? It gave all fat boys like, oh, my God, I can get that. Woohoo!
All right, that's enough out of you, PT. Enjoy the game tonight, okay?
You're the one that asked the question. Enjoy Chickies and Pete's. Tell that Steve Callender, the son, I said hello, and good luck, boys. We're all counting on you.
Yes, Captain Coates, the first mate, Pete Thompson, and some other guys on deck there riding up to the Flyers game. Thanks, PT.